Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're catching this. I got my last day at the fair, y'all. My last day getting it in, and I'm just glad to be. I'm glad to be at this point, y'all. We are almost at 50 subscribers. That is crazy. I love that. I love that for us. So we have 50 subscribers. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. We on the road to 100. So, you know, if this info is good for you, go ahead and subscribe so you know whenever I drop a video. And though I'm trying to, get the volume up, though I'm trying to, post every day at this point, I don't want to let quality go down. I always want it to be a message that can really be useful. So, this is genuine content. I want to build a genuine community here, and I think so far we are. I think everybody that's starting to come, I'm really starting to see, like, I think this is our tribe. I think this is a tribe of really high vibrational and really enlightened our people who are on the journey towards enlightenment and awakening. So, I'm loving what I'm seeing. But yeah, if you're appreciating the content, go ahead and subscribe and join in. But today I'm gonna get right into it. Today I want to talk about confidence, and I want to talk about establishing confidence within your mind and also within your heart space, within your masculine energy and within your feminine energy, so you can have a wholesome confidence that's not based on validation and it's not based on conditions. Okay. First off, a little bit about me. I didn't always have confidence. I was not always comfortable enough to be confident within myself. I started off, very pessimistic, and just feeling like whenever people had confidence that it wasn't real, it was fake. But I do have I've turned that all the way around. I would say I do have confidence now. I would say I have a lot of confidence in myself, and I would say I have wholesome confidence. My confidence is not based off of certain conditions. It's not based off of material things and things that are superficial. It's based off of some real things. So I'm gonna get off into it. Like what I feel is what I feel helped me develop confidence, and what I feel, truly establishes it. For one, what is confidence? I think confidence is trusting in oneself. Trusting oneself. Being able to stand within yourself and be fully self-possessed, not needing validation from other people. Not needing anything outside of you to function, and just completely trust and assurance in yourself. First off, in your mental and masculine space, the quickest way to develop confidence is to do what you say you're going to do. Yes, that is to do what you say you're going to do. The most quickest way, and it's the most uncomfortable, is the promises that you make to yourself you do. Not trying to have an accountability partner. That's when you start to create conditions. In my opinion, if you want that true confidence that is strong and lasting, you want to do this with yourself. If you tell yourself, tomorrow I'm going to go up to the place and go get this done, then get your butt up and go get that shit done. If you tell yourself that I'm going to call this person, call that person. The key here is doing what you say you're gonna do. So if you're not gonna do it, don't tell yourself that you're gonna do it. Why is this the case? Because when you tell yourself, like I made a previous video where I was talking about living as though somebody's always watching. You telling yourself that you're gonna do this, and whenever you don't follow up, you know that you lied to yourself. And though you may not consider that a big deal, that sits in the back of your consciousness. Some people sensitive enough to acknowledge that it does make you feel some way in the background. Now, it's not that you gotta make yourself do a lot of shit. You don't have to make yourself do a lot of shit. You just have to own whatever you tell yourself that you gonna do. And I'm talking about whenever you say it in a convicted way, like I'm going to do this, then do it. I would say start small. Start small. Try it in 1 week. Give yourself a week. And anything that you tell yourself that you're gonna do it. Do it. Watch how much confidence you have at the end of that week. Try it. Trust me. That builds the confidence in your mind. But a warning, confidence that you have in your mind and your masculine energy can easily and quickly lead to arrogance. How do you develop confidence in your heart space, in the center of your being? Compassion. Compassion, compassion, compassion. And I'm talking about self-compassion, right? Developing confidence in your heart space is self-acceptance. This is when it's a little bit harder, but this is like when you fall down, tell your, when you make a mistake, being able to tell yourself, hey, it's okay, you're human. Like to give yourself that humanness. Like I like to say, treat yourself how you would treat one of your favorite people in the world. Treat yourself how you would treat your best friend. Would you tell your best friend, get the fuck up, quit sobbing? Or would you go try to let your help your friend feel better and support your friend and let them know it's okay? Start treating yourself like that. Another way to develop trust within your feminine space is, if you don't like how somebody treating you, start slowing down, like moving there. You don't have, like, we talking about developing confidence, right? So it ain't gonna be overnight, but start cutting that back, because you telling yourself, when you cutting that back, like for example, if you got a friend, right, that you deal with, and only you know this, if that friend that you deal with, or that boyfriend or that girlfriend, only you know if you really don't like how they make you feel sometimes. You know this shit. So how you can start developing confidence in your heart space is by using your mind to protect that energy. Now, we are developing confidence. It's not gonna happen overnight. So I would say, like, if you spending an hour on the phone with them, cut that shit back to 45 minutes and keep increasing it. Why? Because you're seeing that. Your inner being is seeing that, and what it's saying is that I'm taking a stand for you. I know that you don't like this, so I'm not gonna keep exposing you to it. Even though there's a momentum there, you can start taking that energy back. You're gonna start developing that trust in your heart space. Your feelings is going to start to trust you. Also, show up for yourself. When things are hard for you and everybody else around you might be making it seem like it's easy for you, and like it's supposed to be easy, take a stand for yourself. Like, if it's hard for you, then stay in that space and honor that space for yourself. You're gonna start to trust yourself emotionally. If you need a break but everybody else is going, don't be trying to keep up with the Joneses. Fuck the Joneses. They be lying. Joneses on some bullshit over there. Like, find your pace and give yourself that space. That's why I say compassion. Give yourself that space. As you develop the confidence in these two areas, you're going to be balanced. You're going to feel whole. You're going to be, you're going to have a confidence that's loud in the room, energetically, but you don't need to even say a word. And you'll start to become magnetic. People will actually start to project onto you, but they protect each other. When people get to projecting on you, your heart will be like, man, I don't like the way this feels. Your mind will be like, no, I haven't did nothing to deserve this. I'm gonna step back from this. And once you determine in your mind, because of the power of compounding, I'm not finna do this. Once you, as you start, it might take a little effort at first, but as you keep doing it, it becomes quiet. You start to do it without even thinking about it. You become unconsciously competent in this, all right? So this is just my little take. I'm not gonna go too much into that. I think it's levels to that conversation. So if y'all want me to go more in depth on it, let me know in the comment sections, and I'll make another video, or I'll make another short expounding on this, but I think it's important, and I hope it was some news you can use. With that being said, that's the video. So whether you are having a rough day or whether you're having a great day, why do I keep messing up this outro, man? Whether you're having a rough day or a good day, whether you're barely making ends meet or you're at the pinnacle of your success, either way, the greatest place that you could come from is right where you are. Not perfect, just real, right? I wish you peace, love, and abundance every single day, but especially on the days that it rains. And with that being said, if you like the content, man, go ahead, hit that like button, let me know. You can subscribe right here, and then we also have other channels that you can check out, previous videos, and hopefully some news you can use. With that being said, I am signing out. Peace out.